What if I told you there's a place, lush and green, and full of life, but also violent and often extremely difficult? A place where many players escape reality to an island called Gateway, where we pick and choose to become what we want. Some swim in the rivers that never end. Others choose to live in the sky. The trees are alive because assassins wait for that perfect execution. But today I wanted to know what it was like to have 9.5 tons of pure muscle, to walk the planet, but have the earth shake beneath my feet. Right, here we go. We're in. Eggs all Troodon. I don't want to Troodon because Triceratops is now out. I've been waiting for some time to play this beast. So this is what we'll start as, and then we'll slowly grow into this magnificent beast. Let's do it. So after I hit the connect and popped out into the world, my mission to find food and not be eaten in the process had now begun. Man, look how small and cute I am. This is going to take forever. I am going to stay away from anything if I can help it. Until I reach adult. I'm going to avoid everybody. I did not want to be growing this more than once. Get to adult and then I'll be alright. But I reckon getting to adult, definitely going to be the hard bit. It's going to take like 8+ hours. Could be more with this diet system, I'm not even sure. We shall soon find out, one way or another. Okay, the map definitely feels a lot more like Legacy now. This grass just gives me old Evrima feel. This is good. Okay, I've made it to the sanctuary. That was a long run. All of the official servers were full. The Triceratops was new, so the population of it was going to be high. There'll be some over here somewhere. There we go. Finally. I have food. And I wasn't wrong, because there was evidence of dead Triceratops everywhere. Yep, dead trikes. That's kind of like a scary sight. I could be joining them if I'm not careful. I'm off to a pretty good start. I'm playing this so safe. I'm just like messing with my movement, you know, practicing my drifting, my trot, all that good stuff, you know, like, because this thing turns slow, but you can drift the bad boy. And obviously you've got your combat stance, or like your defense stance, whatever you guys want to call it. All these different things. So I'm just practicing them all. That's what I'm doing when I'm in here. I really don't want to die to no other trikes too, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of trike violence. I was going to be living here at the sanctuary for a while, and I wasn't the only one. Get out of here. So competition for the food, it was extremely high. It's quite common for young Triceratops to spar with each other, sometimes even to the death. There's a little bit of trike violence happening here. So if I was ever to make it to a giant male bull, then I'd have to defend myself more than once. Well, he did. Someone who doesn't know how to fight ain't gonna know how to defend himself, so unfortunately, a little bit of trike violence is going to happen. Actually, there's gonna be a lot. After resting, healing up, and getting in some growth. No flowers on that side. Flowers, mushrooms, whatever they're called. That's where I just was. That's where I killed the other trike. It's a bad deed, I get it. I'm a wild animal. Come on, where's the flowers? Okay, so with my, like, pretty bad diet, to get to 6%, it's taken me an hour. Man, Trike has some bad night vision. I'm really hoping there's no croc in here. I wouldn't be surprised if there is. I've really got my fingers crossed. You just never know where a Dinosaurus is waiting, in the dark, for its next victim. At any moment, I could have been it. All the crocs are too occupied growing a trike. That's what's happening right now. And if the cold-blooded reptiles don't get you, then perhaps the treetop assassins might. What just attacked me? Is that a hera? I have no idea what just attacked me. I think it was a hera. But after I survived it, I knew I had to get back to the sanctuary. The safety of the scrubs. I have no idea what hit me. I'm pretty sure it was a hera from a tree. I got such bad night vision. I can't see anything. Those are mine. Get out of here. I spent the night defending myself from other trikes trying to steal my food. Those are mine. You might be thinking I went around and violently attacked all the other baby herbivores. Well, you'd be correct, because I did, and I had a reason to. The rules are, I eat first, until I'm too big to live here. It's like, being in an adoption home. Oh, crap. There's a little trike there. But to be honest, the bigger I got, the less I would start to attack other herbivores. This was about survival. Look at him sitting there. I don't mind. But my days at the sanctuary, living here and running it, were coming to an end. Soon I would just be too large, and would have to move on. As for the other juvenile trikes, they'll have to battle it out, fight over food, and fight for their future. To simply exist. I gotta leave. I gotta go. The bees drove me out of my home, and into a future uncertain. I'm no longer welcome in the sanctuary. I'm too big. The bees are out for me. Look at that for a sight. What an absolute mental view. Well, I gotta go down now. Oh, don't slip off the edge. For a second there, I was like, holy crap. I gotta find my way down there, get some water. I made my way down the hill and into the swamp, looking for fresh water. I'm on the road to success so far. I think the hardest part is kind of over. Maybe. I could definitely be wrong. Give it time, I guess. But I'm probably going to live down here at the swamp here for a bit. Because if I have to, I can lose my diet. And just live and graze grass. Instead of starving, so. If I have to play it like that, a real slow game, I will. Otherwise, I'll chase these little migration zones. I'm going to lose my diet. This is going to be actually really, really insane. Because I've been alive for over 2 hours. And I'm still only 13% grown. And once I lose that diet, I'm in trouble. And now I don't want to go to like the migration zones that are near me because they're actually so hot. So I might have to just grow really slow with pretty much no diet. Because trying to get diet without getting killed at the moment. I'm so upset right now. Or even taking some full damage. It's been like 3-4 hours. I'm still just a tiny little tacker. And I almost died to full damage. Well, not almost, but if that was like a meter more, this would all be over. And I would actually be furious. I could no longer just live on grazing grass. I'd have to risk my life at some point. So to find my dietary requirements, I would have to go further inland. I can hear Dilos. I'm not gonna lie, I've never been so nervous and terrified. Most of the time I'm like, oh, whatever, you know, come and eat me. And by the way, if you guys do end up enjoying my story, don't forget to smash the like button. I finally got food. It's been hours since I've actually had food. It was worth travelling, but it was kind of risky. But now that I was starting to gain some serious body weight, my confidence was building. I'd spend the next few nights living by the edge of a river, in a tiny little cave, hidden from the rest of the world. Look at this little spot. This is me for a bit. Well, my adult colours are starting to come through at least. I'm starting to be able to get this diet really under control. I'm starting to feel a little safe because I'm getting bigger. I'm still just avoiding everything. All I want to do is get to adult safely. But I cannot believe how many hours this thing has taken to grow. Another day, another night. There's a trike down there. I was finally a sub-adult, and I'd lost count of how many hours I spent growing. I was tempted to spar, or fight, with this other Triceratops, but we both knew the risk. No words were needed. We both went our separate ways. That one's almost my growth. He's a bit smaller. I got no point in attacking him. I kind of want to just to practice, but I know how long he's put into that, so we'll leave him be. What's my growth? I'm 58%. And this has taken me days so far. This is pretty crazy how long it takes to grow. It's true that I attacked other juvenile trikes when I was a juvenile, but at the time it was necessary. We were fighting over resources. But now as a sub-adult it's a bit different. It's exactly what it looked like. A Dinosaur had tried to ambush me, but I wasn't big enough. I weighed way too much, even as a sub-adult. He just got absolutely thrashed to death. Rest in peace, little man. He was an adult. Holy crap, I just minced him. Is that an adult? No, that Dinosaur was a sub-adult. Roughly the same growth as me. I must be way too big for Crocs to pick up. So as a trike, I've got a normal headbutt. I've got a hold in one, and this one, which is a thrash one. And then you've got two different stances, right? You've got like a combat stance, but you've also got a different type of stance. And you can, this is obviously where all the reduced damage is. I'm guessing trike takes no damage there. I haven't looked up any guides yet. I probably will, but I'm pretty much just working this out by, you know, walking around doing it myself. But otherwise, this thing seems to play pretty much like a Triceratops, just slightly different maybe. And with your ult attack, you can aim it exactly where you want it to be. So wherever your camera is, see that little white flower there? Straight at it. This thing is put together well. We're here now, and Trike is a super slow swimmer. I kind of wish I had a mutation for swimming speed, so I could run away from other herbivores if I get in trouble. Other trikes. Because I got no doubt that there's going to be like pairs of trikes out there killing other trikes. Thing is, they got to get to adult first. When I first started to grow this trike, it was within 5 minutes of the Isles update dropping. So I was hoping I'd reach adult before anybody else, to be honest. But with the way that I've handled my diet so far, well, others have probably done a better job. Eat some of these bad boys. I think I need to do it for a bit, that way I can get my stomach to like actually empty a bit. So I can try get more of my diet. Alright, I'm ingesting gastrolith, so what that'll do is help my stomach digest the food quicker. Pretty much. I don't think I need to eat more than one from memory. And now I can actually look for more diet so I can fill up my hexagons. There we go, just gotta move around, check different patches of the ground. I'm gonna have to eat a few more of these, get the contents of my stomach down, and then I'll be good to go. Look for more diet. I really want to try get some more bars. Probably should have done this when I was a juvenile, but I was more focused on just not getting eaten. But now I'm bigger and I can sort of focus on it without too many dangerous threats. Cool, we're eating. This is one of those herbivore things you do. The life of a herbivore. I spent most of my younger life avoiding everyone, trying not to be attacked. But as soon as I got bigger, nobody would even dare to attack me. They would all just run past and look at me from a distance. I finally made it to adult. Holy crap, is this taking forever? Something I haven't even done though yet is broadcast, so I think it is time I celebrate my growth. Definitely. Magnificent. Look at this little Pteranodon. For some of these players, they've never even seen a Triceratops in game. They might have on the horde testing or in YouTube videos, but in game it's something else. There's a crocodile attacking me. The crocodilian was no match. In fact, it didn't even leave a scratch. There you go, gentlemen. I gave the little Ceratosaurus a friendly call, let them pass me on my left, because why not? What were they going to do? And later that night I picked up a new friend. A solo Pachycephalosaurus was finding some comfort around me. Got myself a little friend. And well, I made it to adult. I was now a full-grown 9.5 ton Triceratops, a massive herbivore, a walking powerhouse of defense. I think I'm going to go with the increased bleed resistance because getting bled out is probably going to be the only thing that's going to kill me. That or a pair of trikes, so I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going with. So there's my build, ladies and gentlemen. There is the build. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I haven't been nested in, so I've got no extra mutations, you know. No special privileges here. I play on the officials. I'm just like you guys. I don't play on... Oh, look, a lot of people ask me actually, why do I play on officials? I play on officials because I prefer to deal with hackers than admins and rules. Admins and rules, they do whatever they want. They're admins. That's why they become admins. Hackers are straightforward. At least you know they're just a piece of shit, you know what I mean? But admins, yeah. And finally, the long night would be over, and we'd have a fresh new dawn. Bunch of herbivores over there. Little trike right there. He's just like growing here. The little Triceratops decided to follow me around. Safety in numbers, I guess. But honestly, I didn't mind too much. It was nice to have a bit of company. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna go get some food. Trike's a slow swimmer. And shortly after crossing the river to fill up on food, a Ceratosaurus started to circle us. And my little friend here was yellow health because when he crossed the river, he was actually getting chewed on by a croc. The little trike seemed confident, and he wanted to fight the Cerato one-on-one. So I sat back and just watched for a bit. He wants to go him. I'll let him go him. He must be. But the Ceratosaurus clearly had more experience as a player, so it was time to step in and put it to an end. However, with that all being said, my little trike friend here did start with a disadvantage. His health was yellow, so it was a good little fight. The Ceratosaurus had no hope. He was never going to get behind me. Some more food. That'll be right. And so of course, it was hungry and would eventually leave. But life was everywhere, all around me. In the rivers, there were monsters waiting for that perfect moment to ambush. And if you thought the skies were any different, you would be wrong. Someone once told me the purpose to life is to live it. To taste experience to the utmost. Look at this little guy. Be careful, you're about to get eaten. He's about to get eaten. Ah, that was close. For me, it was 3 AM in the morning, and I was ready to log out. I said my farewell to the trike, and slowly disappeared. And by the time I was ready to return to the isle, the small Triceratops I once knew was now long gone. I'm back. Another day. Let's see what's happening in the world. Look at this little guy. But apparently, there would be friends to be made in the smallest of places. No point killing something like that, he's just friendly, checking me out. I had no idea what my plans were, or where I was going to go for the day. I want to do a bit more travelling today. Yesterday I didn't do a great deal. But I guess whatever I was going to get up to, the little Hypsilophodon, was going to probably join me. So today, I'm changing locations. I've been around here for ages. This guy has a really cool skin. This red and black Hypsi down there. Really cool skin. I can't believe I haven't seen any giant packs of carnivores or anything. That's because at this point in time, most players were growing a trike. But I'd see some packs. One day. But for now, my little companion here was eager to show me something. That's pretty cool, eh? With its ability to climb trees, it gives the Hypsi a very special place in the aisle. That's really cool, they can climb now. They never used to be able to. That's really cool. Glad someone's around to show me that actually, because I wouldn't have knew that. So that's definitely new. Just like a Hera. Might give some people reason to play it a bit more. Yeah! Some mud. We made it all the way to the coastline. Rolled in some mud like some pigs. And by the next day, the Hypsilophodon was nowhere to be seen. I wandered around like a lost puppy for hours. And at long last, someone decided to attack me. He's not going to try again. But that's where I was wrong. This Dinosaurus had balls of steel. Never know, he might. But what really mattered is, was he alone, or were there more crocodilians just underneath the surface? Didn't even hurt me. Didn't think he would. I was playing mind games with the reptile, pretending to need water. I hope he goes for like my tail. I'm gonna like offer it to him. There we go, I got a hit on him. Will he continue? Here we go. It's on. It's over. The crocodile is dead. Now, that's a better crocodile. What a battle. What a battle. I'm yellow, so I better heal up now. Let's go up to the rock up there and heal up, I'm thinking. Rest in peace, crocodile. Man, he gave that a crack, eh? He went for it. The Dinosaurs put up an outstanding battle. Did a lot more damage to me than I thought it would. It damn near almost killed me. But now it lays in a watery grave, where its remains will slowly be picked apart by other players, giving itself back to the ecosystem. Is that a sub-adult? Yeah, he's a big boy. There's a little tenno over there. Hopefully that trike doesn't decide to fight me, because I'm not in fighting shape now. That other Triceratops almost had the exact same skin as me. Pattern and colour. There's a Carno down there. Now I'm seeing everybody. Goes to show a crocodile with skill can actually do some serious damage. You know, he wasn't a bad crocodile. He knew exactly what he was doing. He was taking some good aim to bites at the beginning, trying to chew me down. I played into his element though. I went into the water because I wanted to. I wanted him to push for the kill. However, at the end of it, when I was thrashing him, I'm pretty sure I might have only just been hitting his tail, or not at all. And that's why he actually lived longer than I expected. But you know, it was a wicked little fight actually. So it goes to show if I do get trapped, like crossing a couple of crocodiles could actually mess me up. So I've been a bit arrogant actually, just crossing rivers thinking I'm almost invincible. But if I get caught by a couple of crocodiles, I could be in some serious trouble. Beautiful little Pachycephalosaurus. Is that a Dilo? Yes, that's a Dilo. Been low on health, and with no actual diet nearby, so I couldn't exactly use my mutation to heal. I was just going to have to be patient, and wait here by the rocks for probably the rest of the night. He's thinking about going in the water. Look at him, he's tempted. He's hungry. He's got a little Dilo friend with him. And this Pachycephalosaurus is clearly getting a little bloodthirsty. He's like looking at him like, oh, I could go snap his ankles. He'll be right. I'm not going out there to chase him, so... He needs help, he knows where to come. For a minute there, it looked like a mixed pack was going to give it a try. But then it just turned out to be a standoff. For me, anyway. For the Pachycephalosaurus, it was a completely different story. Because it ended up getting eaten. Are they mixing? Or they just killed the Pachy? Should be right. You're just gonna have it. I do need to get some food, so it's probably time I travel to the highlands now. It's daytime. That's what I'm thinking. But for a giant, slow animal such as myself, that was going to be quite the mission. See now, if one crocodile blocked my path, and the other just took shots at me, yeah, they could easily stop me from in the water. One broadcast would set off a chain reaction that would be carried all the way through the valley. Just Listening to all the echoes. What I started. Alright, now I'm not sure if I want to head to the Highlands or... I don't know where I'm heading. But this up here seems different. So I'm going to go check out this little pond and see if it's any different. I started finding a lot more Triceratops. Those who had finally made it to adult were now roaming the fields. All the trikes are friendly to each other. I get why though at this growth, you know. Especially when you're solos. It's because it takes so goddamn long to grow this thing. Gear fair. Except in this case, dinosaur fair. I'm eating all of this. But be careful out there, guys. Because on the official servers where I play, I have no doubt in my mind there are other Triceratops that are using all sorts of mixed species to kill their own kind. So just keep that in mind when you're playing. I would bump into some huge packs, but I guess my movement gave it away. Because for most of them, they didn't even try. That's a lot. Here we go. That's a lot of Ceratops. Right, I'm going to use a trade. But it would turn out there was another Triceratops just nearby, who was exhausted and low on stamina. So I decided to give him 9.5 tons of pure defense. The group of carnivores, they didn't hang around for long, and neither did the trike. He ended up logging out. It was a crystal clear day. I'd made it to the Highlands, finally, but I'd just had enough. I was ready to go and work on some other projects. So let's talk about the Triceratops for a moment. Now it's definitely fun, and takes so long to grow it's not funny, but that's the way it should be. It's powerful and it's probably going to have a lot of changes going into its future. But for now, it's got no real rivals. So for now it can be a little bit boring. But the day we get Rex, damn, it's going to be fun. I was really hoping some Stegosaurus would attack me, and I'd truly get to test the trike out. But I didn't even see a single Stegosaurus player. Not yet anyway. Maybe in part 2. I might even raise a family. Who knows? It all just depends on who I come across and how the game treats me. After all, this is the officials. So what are your guys' thoughts on the trike? Let me know in the comments, I'm curious. See what you guys think about it. And if you have made it this far, I just wanted to say thank you very much. I appreciate you more than you can imagine.